Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Over the past couple weeks, I've been doing a bunch of consulting calls with my phone flipping starting pack. And I've been getting a lot of the same questions that I can almost debunk as like myths. So with that said, today I'm going to be talking about 3 myths that have been brought up and you guys might have questions about regarding the phone flipping industry. So with that said, let's get into today's video. So before I actually get into it, you guys have noticed I've been in my car for probably the last 5-6 videos, and the only reason I'm doing that, one is convenient because I'm going to phone like meetups and stuff like that, but today I'm not. It's simply because we have somebody staying at our apartment, and you guys usually see me film at the desk, but there's somebody laying and sleeping on that apartment and they're there most of the day, so I'm not able to actually film there because that's awkward. So I just have to go out. I can't really go outside because it's too freaking hot here in Tucson. But with that said, that's kind of why I'm filming the video in the car. But with that said, the first myth regarding the phone flipping industry, and something that I hear literally every single day, whether it's through like personal messages, a consulting call, whatever it may be, some people reaching out to me, one thing they always say is they can't find enough phones to buy and sell. And I'll be honest with you guys, obviously I don't know where you live, I don't know the town, like the kind of people, the population, but with that said, you have to think about like the population in terms of how many people truly have phones to buy and sell. Yeah, people might not be putting out a lot of phones, like they're actually going out and listing them themselves, but you have to think about it, like if you're not able to put yourself in front of these people through like doing the ads, and if you don't know how to do those ads, I have several videos on there, I might link one above, but we in the phone flipping industry, and something that I promote all the time, is putting out ads. So people will go to like Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, pretty popular platforms, and then they'll see ads that say we buy their phones, and these are the people that we really want to target. One, because we're able to leverage better deals, but also a lot of people go on those apps to buy other things, and they might have a phone or two laying around that they didn't even know they could resell locally. Most people just have the mindset that they should be trading in their phone, getting like $50 for like an iPhone 7 Plus into like Verizon, AT&T, when they could be easily getting $200-300 from us. So it is a win-win for the both of us. It's definitely something you just have to recognize, is that it's all a numbers game, and you need to be putting yourself in front of these people. Yes, and depending on your town, like certain cities, like I'm going up to Phoenix this summer as a full-time opportunity with phone flipping. Every time I refresh an app, people, like there's 5-10 new phones out there, but for you, people might not be using those apps. So if you're in a smaller town and you're able to dominate it, which is most likely the deal, because there's probably not one or two other phone flippers in your town if it is small, you just have to create a brand around it and put yourself out there. Like have business cards, ask people, ask friends, ask family, and then they're going to start to tell their friends, their family members if they have phones. It's really incredible. You guys won't really believe it until you see it, but the power of just really networking with people and just letting them know the fact that you are willing to buy their phones, and you can give pretty much top dollar for them compared to any competition, which is also a good strategy, just kind of leveraging your personal brand versus others. But just letting you guys know, like there is phones out there, like no matter the population, no matter the age, there's grandparents with iPhone 7s out there, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't know to go on OfferUp and how to list the phone on there. They don't even know how to use the phone. So if you're able to tell their grandson that you buy phones, and then they go to their grandparents and say, hey, like you have this old phone, wouldn't you want to get some money for it? It can come out in a random conversation you never really know, and you can't control it, but that could easily be an extra $300-400 you can make on that day, with just networking and putting yourself out there. The second myth that I've heard a lot about is regarding iCloud lock phones and selling those on eBay. Definitely I don't promote selling those to people in the local marketplace or anything like that, unless they're like actually resellers themselves, but they're going to be giving you low dollar because they're doing exactly what we're doing, trying to make a profit off of it. So if I ever get an iCloud locked phone, it will or phone turns in like bad IMEI or whatever. So this regards iCloud locked or bad IMEI. The myth is that it's bad to sell it on eBay. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've told this to a lot of people in my consulting calls. It really isn't a bad way to bring up capital. in my eyes, I like to see the phones as lost. When people lose the phone and the IMEI goes bad, 99% of the time, they just will either file an insurance claim saying they truly lost it, which they did, or they left it at a restaurant. There's not much they can do about it after it goes bad IMEI, because they called just to say it was lost. Whatever kind of way it is that the phone goes iCloud locked or bad IMEI, it's not necessarily a bad thing to sell those on eBay. I always tell people that there's thousands of millions of phones being sold on there every single year that are iCloud locked phones, and eBay doesn't hurt you or ding you for selling those type of phones. People genuinely will use them for the parts. This is an asset. Like, a phone is a very valuable asset, and those parts, I know some people in this industry don't even resell phones. They just sell the parts on eBay and stuff like that, because it is a profitable industry. So those people that are going to be buying those phones are truly using those phones for good use. They're not just, some of them might be doing like unlocking services and like that, but they're not cops on the other end. Like, and if it were, like, you have to think about it. These aren't like, you can't tell if a phone is necessarily stolen. You can't think like that. You just have to, if you're looking to build up capital, definitely like selling an iCloud locked phone or two here or there is definitely not a bad idea. But with that said, it's not something I promote selling all the time, but again, it's not a bad thing to sell those phones. So for all of you that were wondering about that, definitely just keep that in mind for when you're actually like going to sell those type of phones. And the third myth, and probably the most like kind of like question that I get all the time, is how much money do you need, and do I need a lot of money to start in this industry? And if you have watched a lot of my videos, or even just a couple, you know that I always preach that you don't need a lot of money. Some people are coming to me saying like, I only have an 800, I only have 500, I only have $1,000, and I'll be honest, that's like triple of what I had. Like, I had like 200 bucks, and I thought like that was a lot too. But honestly, if you watch my video, like flipping 200, like turning 260 bucks into like $1,000 or $10,000 truly is like a legit strategy, and that's why I promote it, because the phone flipping industry isn't that hard. I mean, there's cheaper phones, there's newer phones, and whether you buy each of those, you're going to make a profit off of them, obviously, if we take the right steps and appraise them the right way. But if you're a beginner, you truly only need 50 to 100 bucks to really start. Buy an iPhone 6, turn that into an iPhone, like flip it for like 80 buck profit, take that profit, reinvest it in your business, buying a more expensive phone. Then you're going to keep flipping, and then eventually just like turn that into something like where you have a decent amount of capital, and then you can go out there and buy like iPhone 7 Pluses for 300. Like, if you like are nervous, like, one, just go for it. Like, that's something I always preach. But again, just like buy cheaper phones. Like, there's those phones out there. You have to recognize that it isn't just you have to buy an iPhone X at 600 bucks to be able to make profit in this industry. All you have to do is spend 50 to 100 bucks on an iPhone 6. And if you're willing to take that risk, like, I definitely preach that too. I don't recommend always just going for the cheaper phones, because sometimes they're harder to find at that price. But if you have 500 bucks on you and you're able to buy a $300 iPhone 7 Plus, I can guarantee you're going to flip that for $400 literally within a day. So like, there isn't much necessarily risk, and the only risk there is like putting your money out there. But if something goes wrong with the phone, you're able to sell it on eBay, and like, you're probably going to buy it at a low enough price where you're actually getting like your money back. So you don't really have to worry in that sense. It's just a mentality thing. It's a big thing in this industry. This goes for any type of business model. You got to spend money to make money, and it's not like you're spending like money in like long term to make 2-3%. You're literally making like an extra like $100 with like, you're making like 100%, 50% return in a day or two, and that's almost impossible unless you get spikes in the stock market or something like that. So with that said, I hope this kind of helps you guys. If you I bet a lot of you have had these questions regarding these myths. I figured I'd make this video just because of the amount of questions I've had. There are other myths that people have brought up to me, but these are the three main ones that I've gotten like pretty much the most. So I thought it'd be most valuable to you guys, and if you found value in it, definitely give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not in the family, hit that subscription button down below. As I said, I've been doing a bunch of consulting calls, and that does come with the phone flipping starter pack. It's only $29.95, which is like 30 bucks. You're making 100 bucks on the phone. So a lot of people have come to me at the end and saying, like, I've asked them if it's valuable, and a lot of them have said yes it is. Whether it's to answer the questions, just get them motivated, whatever it may be, whatever you're looking for, I'm here to help you guys. Like, obviously I have to value my time. That is why I charge, but I'm not trying to like like rip you guys off or anything like that. So again, I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Go put out some ads if you're not already. But with that said, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.